in the way you'd sort of expect, like, you know, we're humans, like everyone's was pretty disappointed, everyone's pretty low after the next day coming into recovery. But I think that's not a bad thing. I think, you know, feeling those lows and like embracing the pain a little bit after a defeat helps you work harder to get those wins.
Does it show that the derby does mean something to the players? Like, has that defeat felt worse than some other ones?
Yeah, I think the derby, I think it shows the derby means something, but I think also to lose a game that we had big chances in the last was it 2 minutes? Was it the 89th minute? Because it felt, I looked up at the clock at the time, but you know, you can never trust your memory. But yeah, to lose it in the last 2 minutes of the game and the way we did, like, especially even to lose 2-0 when it was never a 2-0 game, yeah, it does hurt a bit more.
And how have you guys rallied behind Josh this week?
I think, like I heard Marco say earlier, like, I don't think he needs any special treatment, you know, like, it's a mistake, mistakes happen, everyone's made mistakes that lead to goals. I mean, like, if you want to, some people could have a go at Josh, but I'd equally have a go at, you know, people who miss big chances, like, I think, but it's part of football, like, people are going to make mistakes, you don't score every shot and you don't make every pass, and if we want to play the way we want to play, then stuff like this is going to happen.
Yeah, because as defenders, how hard is it when you are trying to play out from the back and that's the way the coach wants to play, but I guess just one wrong pass and that is potentially the consequences?
It is hard, and it is something, when Chiefy first came in, I had to get, well, when he first became manager, I had to get used to, but, you know, we do practice for it, so it isn't, while I can hear, when I watch the games back, I can hear in the crowd, people go, ooh, not for, as defenders, we're a bit more relaxed in those situations, you know, but, it's tough, but I think it's something that, I think if you watch the game back, you can see we made some big chances off our goal kicks. I think teams fully commit to press us, and when teams are pressing that aggressively, all it takes is for one pass to break the line, and all of a sudden, you might have a 4-on-3 counter-attacking situation. So I think the ends definitely justify the means.
And how are you finding starting at centre-back?
Good. It's pretty fun playing football. So starting as many games as I can, playing as many minutes as I can, it's good fun. It's what you want to do.
Even despite what happened with the goal in the 89th, has Chiefy reinforced that you're not going to change, that this is the way you play?
Yeah, I think his words were in the meeting, effing doubling down on this. So I think he is. You know, I don't think people didn't have a problem with us doing it last year, and I think it definitely created a lot of chances for us last year, and I think we've even created big chances off it this year. So I think it's a strength of ours, and, you know, maybe with a newer group we need more work on it, but I think it's something that is good for us.
And how do you personally, I guess, build up the courage to do it, knowing that, you know, mistakes may happen? One did in the weekend to Josh. Do you have to internally build the courage to have confidence to do it regardless?
Yeah, I think, like, football is more fun when you take risk, and I think if we could just get the team up and we could go long and we could play off second ball, but I think everyone in the team wants to play with risk and wants to show their qualities, and I think for me, while some people may look at it like you could make a mistake that leads to a goal, I see it as more of an opportunity to show my quality on the ball, which as a centre-back you don't often get to do. So no, I think I'm not worried about doing it, and, you know, there are times where you do have to put your foot through it, but if it comes to that, it comes to that.
Yeah, so the instinct is, it sits there, like, just effing get rid of it. Does that ever sort of creep in, or are you now at a point where your first thought is to play?
I think with the modern game, everyone's first thought has to be to play. Obviously, there are moments where maybe the ball's bouncing or you've got a lot of pressure where you have to clear it, but yeah, I think the first thought is to play.
Looking ahead to the Mariners this week, how determined are you guys to bounce back and and put in a good performance, I guess, for the fans as well on the back of the defeat.
Yeah, I think everyone is right up for this game. I think training today is going to be pretty intense, and there might be some kicks and stuff. But I think everyone's really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good game.
And what have you made of their start as well? Because obviously they've won the last couple of ALeague titles, but they've lost a lot of players after every season, and it seems like they start slow because they've got so many new faces as well every season.
Yeah, I think it's something for me. I actually spoke to Josh about, and I said, like, look, Mariners won the league last year. They did very well, but they lost their opening 4 games, wasn't it? So, like, we've got 4 points from 3 games. It's not the start we wanted, but you know, it's better than they did last year, and they won the league. I think, yes, they've got a lot of new faces, but I think we have a lot of new faces, and I think probably both of us are 2 teams that are going to get stronger the further we go into the competition.
And how much of a boost does it give you having guys like Marco coming back from injury as well, and getting all your sort of attacking players back?
Yeah, we have a lot of. This is something that hasn't really been spoken about as well. We have a lot of injuries, especially for that first game against Western, and then a few players coming onto the bench. But like, having a player for 10 minutes isn't really the same as having them fully fit for 90. I think once we get a fully fit squad, we are going to be like a force to be reckoned with.